my loves. It's Friday. I'm out here at the park soaking up some nature, getting my mind right. I've been moving fast, accomplishing some things, crossing off some goals that has been written down for a few years, and I've been doing my thing quietly, and I thank God for it, right? I'm so grateful, right? However, I did want to come on today and speak with my boss moms, talk to my boss ladies, create a sacred place inside of the Boss Mom Stay Fit Women Support Group, because that's what we're about, supporting one another. And as women, we go through all different type of things, different topics of just lifing, right? And it does not take away of who we are, the things that we accomplish, and the things that we do. However, today I'm quiet. Well, not today. Today we are having a conversation in reference to what's been on my mind for the last couple of weeks. But I have been writing some things down and journaling, and just taking some time out to be in tune with myself and in tune with my own emotions, because I like to keep it in the soft girl area, right? Because sometimes we be working so hard and trying to accomplish things, we lose ourselves. So I had to bring it back in. Today we're going to be diving deep into a topic that doesn't always get spotlighted, but absolutely deserves it, right? It's called Tarnish Accomplishments. Now I know you probably like, what is Tarnish Accomplishments? What does that mean? What space does that come from? These are the victories that come with pain, the success stories wrapped in silence, the battles, the wins that felt lonely, bitter, or bittersweet. And I'm kind of like, even right now with my accomplishments and my happiness and me patting myself on the back and being proud, lately I have been feeling crushed in the spirit, right? Because sometimes in life you go through things and it's all coming at one time. You overjoyed over here, you overwhelmed by the accomplishment that you made, but yet sometimes life happens and you go through things and relationships with family members, you being the sole provider, you being the go-to person in the family. How many moms, how many ladies are the go-to in the family? The only one that the aunt can call, the grandma can call, the mom can call. And we love our family, right? So we definitely have to be there for them. So you go through all these different emotions with your wins. And they are not just about what we achieve, but what it costs us to get there. And sometimes it costs us closing out other people. They don't understand that right now I'm focused. I have to get these things done. I don't have time to put myself out there right now and be available to you. Now, as easy as that to tell someone, to be open and honest and have a conversation with them in reference to that, some of us ain't, we not trying to hear that. We don't understand that. So it becomes a problem. That's why I say bittersweet, lonely, even within your wins, right? Some of us start out, some of us start our journeys from a place of heartbreak, abandonment, or pure exhaustion. But we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So let me tell you a little bit about myself, okay? I have been building myself up, rebuilding myself for the past 6 years. I am 43 years old. I am a woman that has been married for 12 years. I have went from separation to widow. And when I separated, I left with absolutely nothing and not knowing what was in front of me, okay? Including a job, including a home, all of those things. We'll get more back into that. when the time comes. But just to open up, to be raw and honest, I had to go through my own journey and build myself up in the past 6 years. And yes, I'm patting myself on the back because I'm proud of the things that I built, the foundation that I'm setting, and where I want to see myself, where my kids can benefit and have a better future and a better foundation for them. That is definitely always the goal. That's always the goal, right? Um, but in a place of heartbreak, abandonment, or pure exhaustion, we smile through tears, we press forward through anxiety, and we build ourselves back up from moments that tries to break us. And those are just words, right? And it sounds so easy to be done. And most of us, we overcome it. We really do. That's why I don't like to complain a lot. I don't like to think that everything is the end of the world. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, we'll figure out this. This didn't work. Okay, we'll figure out this. But then sometimes, right, life be life, and after the fifth time it didn't work, I don't be feeling like, oh, we'll just figure this out, right? I feel defeated sometimes. But that is life, and we go through these things. However, as easy as these words were just flowing from my mouth to say those things are easy to do, when we're in it and we doing it, it's not easy or feel good at all, right? But I'm here to encourage and be here to support you and to give advice and help and support in any way that I can for anyone that is going through Tornish Accomplishment, where life is just life and for them right now, or they just feel in a lonely place right now because they're because you're trying to get to the finish line. Because sometimes when you got to get to where you got to get, you got to cut people off and let some things go, including your kids. Not necessarily cut them off, but you have to set ground rules, reconstruction some things, and explain to your kids this is what's going on, this is what has to be done. Sometimes that might even go as well as saying we're not spending no money this month, so don't ask for anything, right? That's that's just what it is. However, but along the way, we discover something powerful in the midst of everything that we go through. And that's why I say tarnish your compliments, because sometimes we are on the progress of accomplishing things, but we get distracted. Um, Things that we lack, but it feels good to us, we become a part of that. Just tired of being on your own, doing things on your own. Sometimes it's easy for us to just caught up in the outside world of things. So sometimes things are self-inflicted. Sometimes things, family and relationships doesn't work out in the midst of certain things, and we just go through life, right? But along the way, we discover something powerful. We find out that we are enough. That's where I was getting to. We are enough. Have you ever agreed to do something with someone, or agreed to do a type of business with another business? Took someone else's advice in reference to maybe you should try this with your children, and you kind of knew that that might not have been the best thing, but you did it anyway. But then you realize at the same time, in the midst of you actually reaching your goals, that what you did and caused that trauma or this thing that happened in your life, you realize, wow, I was enough. I didn't even need to deal with that or go through that. I could have just did what I was doing and kept it moving. We got to trust our discernment. We got to trust our gut. And we got to stand firm on what it is that we're doing for ourselves without the outside distraction. We do not need external validation to prove our worth to anyone, because we already got the passion, the fire in us to do the things that it is that we want to do. Right? We can run our race even if we have to run it alone. It will still get done. Not to say that these things are easy. Nobody wants to be alone. Whatever type of relationship it is, whether it's your man, whether it's your husband, whether it's your best friend, whether it's your sister. All of those things are nice to have someone in your corner, but Trust me, you can do, I'm speaking from experience, honey. You can do these things alone. And no, it ain't easy all the time. And sometimes you cry because you're doing it all alone. But it can still get done. Okay? Understand that you are not just surviving this, but you're thriving in it. I've been moved off of survival mode. That's not decent or cute. I'm not living on survival mode. I'm living on thrive mode. I'm just trying to live out here to make things happen. Do what it is to do. I need to do in reference to my business, in reference to my spiritual life, and do what I need to do in reference to my health, my mental health, my mindset, the way I think, the way I live, the things that I do in front of my children. Those are the things that I'm focused on. That's important to me, and those are the things that I thrive on. I'm not out here in survival mode for anything or anyone. So, with that being said, my queens, some of our biggest accomplishments happen when no one is clapping for us, when no one understands us. Decide to choose you every time. Because a lot of times you have dreams, goals, aspirations, and even how you set rules in your house. A lot of people don't understand it. And guess what? You don't have time to make people understand. I learned that a long time ago. You know what? I'm not going to keep explaining myself or making someone understand something. I'm going to just do what I need to do, and I'm just going to be an example. Because if I can't do anything else, I can just be an example. I'm going to show up every time. Right? So, your decisions, your discernment, choose you every time and show up for yourself. Okay? This this is a Tornish accomplishment that is sacred to us, right? And again, this is not about surviving or just getting to a bag. This is about thriving, shifting your mindset, being intentional, and being fearless. And understanding what transformation is. Transformation is an everyday thing, a every month thing, a every week thing, a every year thing. Like, because sometimes we fall off. We can be good for 3 months. We can be good for 6 months. It's not easy when you walking out of your comfort zone, and when you're no longer living in the things that you choose not to live in anymore. The ways that you choose to live. You want to set yourself to higher standards. You want to set yourself up to a mind that's going to have you thriving, not scheming and scamming and trying to survive and trying to figure out this. No, do you follow your discernment, trust yourself. So, with that being said, my loves, today I challenge you to honor the tarnished moments, the ones where you grew in isolation, the ones where you finally said, I'm enough. I am enough. I have not once, not twice, but have went through things where I looked around and said, I didn't even need that person, or I didn't even need to do that because I already had it. Now here I am. I have went through that. Not once, maybe twice. Right? So listen. When you run your own race, there's going to be some tears. Wipe your tears and cross the finish line with your head held up high, because you are a queen. You don't need a crowd. You just need to encourage yourself. You need your own courage. You don't need a cheerleader. You need to just be an example. See, a cheerleader means that you need to, every time you do something, you need to look back to see if someone is cheering you on. A leader, if you are a leader, your mindset, because this is even with your family, because I go through this. It's like, wow, I wish my family would just understand this. But then I stop trying to figure that out and try to wish this and wish that. You know what? I got something for all of that. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm just going to be a example. I'm going to be a leader. And that's it. Because I love my family, and I want them to have the best, and I want to be able to take care of them in their time of need. But everybody doesn't think like you. Everybody doesn't have the same mindset and goals like you. So keep pushing and doing what it is that you need to do for yourself, for your family, for your children. Love yours, okay? Become your own. You are a boss mom. You are a boss lady. You are a queen. It is worth celebrating. So I love y'all. I mean it.